Hello students, in last classes we learned about various methods of teaching English. Today we will start new topic from unit 1. And this topic is about basic linguistics, means what is linguistics? So linguistics is the scientific study of human languages which are highly complex systems. We can say that in simple language लिंग्विस्टिक्स जो है वो ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज को स्टडी करने का एक तरीका है, एक साइंटिफिक तरीका है, और जो कि बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स है, विच इज़ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम. एंड एरियाज ऑफ स्टडी इंक्लूड, इसमें हम डिफरेंट एरियाज़ की बात करते हैं. वी स्टडी वेरियस एरियाज ऑफ लैंग्वेज विच इज़ वर्ड स्ट्रक्चर, मीन्स मोर्फोलॉजी, फोनेटिक्स means speech sounds, phonology means speech sounds, patterns of combination and contrast, scientific or sentences structure which is called syntax, meaning relations, semantics. ये सारे टर्म्स जो हैं वो लैंग्वेज से रिलेटेड है, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज से रिलेटेड. मोर्फोलॉजी वर्ड स्ट्रक्चर को बोलते हैं. फोनेटिक्स मीन्स स्पीच साउंड्स, फोनेटिक्स मतलब कैसे साउंड्स का उच्चारण करते हैं हम. देन फोनोलॉजी, इन जो स्पीच साउंड्स हैं, उच्चारण करने वाले जो साउंड हैं, ये किस तरह से कंबाइन होकर, किस तरह से कॉम्बिनेशन रहता है इनका, उसको फोनोलॉजी बोलते हैं. सिंटेक्स है सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर, ग्रामर, पैटर्न किस तरह से व्यवस्थित होती है. देन इनका जो मीनिंग है एंड देयर रिलेशंस, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड सिमेंटिक्स. इन्हें हम सिमेंटिक्स कहते हैं. ये टर्म्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एनी इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज लर्नर के लिए. जो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सीख रहे हैं, बीइंग अ टीचर, आप सभी को ये टर्म्स याद होनी चाहिए. ये लिंग्विस्टिक की जो डेफिनेशन है, यू शुड लर्न इट वेरी वेल. इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज वी कैन से दैट लिंग्विस्टिक्स इज अ लैंग्वेज, एंड लैंग्वेज हैज़ 3 मेन areas: sound, structure and meaning. Sound has the phonetics and phonology. Phonetics means, you can see in the diagram, phonetics is speech sounds. जो भी आप बोलते हैं, साउंड क्रिएट करते हैं किसी भी टारगेट लैंग्वेज की, दैट इज़ फोनेटिक्स. नेक्स्ट इज फोनोलॉजी. फोनोलॉजी आर द फोनेम्स. फोनेम्स आर द वर्ड्स. द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ लैंग्वेज इज फोनेम. अल्फ़ाबेट्स, a single alphabet, single sound. Next is structure. Structure means how these sounds are structured, managed well. Under this, morphology and syntax. Morphology means words and syntax means phrase and sentences. Syntax is related to grammar, how phrases and sentences are framed with the help of grammar. Next is meaning, semantics and pragmatics. Semantics means here literal meaning of phrases and sentences made by the learners. Then pragmatics is meaning in context of discourse. So we have 3 main things in any language. किसी भी language में 3 main चीज़ होती है: sound, structure and meaning. And sound has technical words, phonetics and phonology. Structure has phonology and syntax. Meaning has 2 main things: semantics and pragmatics. Read this diagram very well. Further, in broader sense, we can see this diagram. Linguistics means language, and in a broader sense, it is divided into 3 parts: microlinguistics, macrolinguistics and other branches. Macrolinguistics means applied linguistics. We are concerned only with microlinguistics. Under it we have phonology, a study of speech, sound and their patterns. Morphology, study of words and word formation. Syntax, study of sentence structure. And semantics, study of meanings. So हम इन सब की बात करेंगे. वी हैव अनदर पॉइंट, ब्रांचेस ऑफ लिंग्विस्टिक्स. कौन कौन सी ब्रांचेस हैं? एज वी डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर इन डायग्राम. सो फोनेटिक्स. फोनेटिक्स मीन्स द स्टडी ऑफ साउंड्स, हाउ दे आर प्रोड्यूस्ड एंड डिस्क्राइब्ड. हम कैसे किसी टारगेट लैंग्वेज की साउंड को अटर करते हैं. जैसे ह साउंड, एच मीन्स ह, दिस इज साउंड. फोनोलॉजी, द स्टडी ऑफ हाउ दीज साउंड्स आर अरेंज्ड इन अ लैंग्वेज, द साउंड पैटर्न ऑफ अ लैंग्वेज, किस तरह से इनको अरेंज किया जाता है. जैसे इफ आई से नेक, how these are structured. Neck. We have here morphology, the study of how words are made in shapes of words. For example, boy, boys, girl plus ish means girlish. So how the words made in shape, किस तरह से ये origin में आए. Next we have here syntax, when words combine together in sentences. जब हम इन शब्दों को एक सेंटेंस में फ्रेम करते हैं, फुल पेज सेंटेंस बनाते हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड सिंटेक्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ ग्रामर. Parts of we learn first in grammar parts of speech, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and after that we will be able to make a full page sentence. So syntax, under syntax we will learn about the structure of the sentence. Here branch we have here semantics. After getting sentence, जब हमारा sentence frame हो जाता है, we should know that what they mean. For example, if we frame a sentence, he is a boy, one should know the meaning of this sentence. He is a boy, a male, masculine. जब हम इस सेंटेंस को समझते हैं, इस सेंटेंस की स्टडी करते हैं, कहाँ पर सब्जेक्ट है, कहाँ ऑब्जेक्ट है, नाउन क्या है, प्रोनाउन क्या है, दैट इज सिमेंटिक्स. नेक्स्ट इज pragmatics, the ways in which context contributes to meaning. Pragmatics means in a practitioner, contribute, किस संदर्भ में ये चीज़ बोली गई है, and their meaning. So we learned about the basic linguistics, what are these, and after that now let's talk about the basic principles of linguistic or linguistic principles of teaching and learning a foreign language, especially English. How we can teach a foreign language, especially English language. Which way? Basic principles क्या है, सिद्धांत क्या है. This language is based on which principles? Number one, language is a system of symbols. Here, in any language there are symbols. For example, we utter sound tree. So when we see a tree, we show it to learner of second language, we say them this is a tree. Tree is sound here, symbol here. So if we see a table, we will call it table. Direct symbols of learning language. You can see in the picture the symbol of success, a boy shaking his fist downwards, ek muthi dikhana, means success, winner. So symbols, language has symbols also, although the word tree has no meaning. TREE, इस वर्ड को अगर हम देखें तो टी का अकेला कोई मतलब नहीं है, आर का कोई अकेला मतलब नहीं है. There is no single identification. The whole word is the symbol of that particular object. So language is a system of symbols. Next we have here principle of arbitrary. Language is arbitrary, which means it has no relation with the sound of the word and real object. As we discussed earlier, suppose mango is in front of you and the object mango is in front of you. The fruit, in English language we will call it, you call it mango. हिंदी में इसे हम आम कहते हैं, और डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस में डिफरेंट जो सिंबल है वो हम इसमें यूज़ करते हैं. सो जो ऑब्जेक्ट है इसका लैंग्वेज के वर्ड्स के साथ कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. Every language has its own symbol for that particular object. Suppose for a horse, you see horse. In English, we call it horse. In Hindi, we call it ghoda. And in French, we call it cheval. So, घोड़ा इज़ घोड़ा. घोड़ा एक घोड़ा ही है, लेकिन डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में उसको डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वर्ड की मान्यता मिली है. सो ऑब्जेक्ट इज सेम बट लैंग्वेज मेक्स स्पीकर मेक द सिंबल्स. So language is arbitrary. It has no relation with the object. So no connection between sound and the object. Next principle we have here, symbol of language are vocal. So every symbol here are vocal in any target language. Language is primarily vocal. How you learned Hindi? आपने अपनी मदर टंग कैसे लर्न की? Through the vocal. आपने सुनकर you imitated it through the making sounds. आपने sounds सीखी हिंदी लैंग्वेज में पहले ही. vocal आपने उसको imitate किया. Language is primarily a vocal. An infant learns it vocally. How infant utters, starts speaking. This is called primarily vocal. Symbols of language are meant for speaking. So these symbols are just meant for the speaking. It has no relation with the object. If you see an apple, you have given the particular symbol in English language, that is apple. But the word apple has no relation with the object apple. Writing is secondary representation of language. First you learn how to utter, then after that you express it in written form. Speech is basis of language. Yes, if there is sound, then you will be able to explain it. You learn first to utter it. छोटा बच्चा पहले जो sound create करना सीखता है, ma, pa, mama, papa, like this. Next, gestures, pictures, signals, etc. all have meaning only if these is a language operating. If these will help you to learn, to teach language, that's why these all will be able to, acquire new language. You can teach any new learner with the help of gestures, pictures, signals. Next, so the teacher should teach language using oral method. How a infant learn, basically we have to teach like that, the same way. And infant learn language through oral process, oral method, while uttering, while imitating, or order of skills, for example listening, speaking, reading and writing. These are 4 skills basically in any language. How to learn it? You have to practice over it, then you will be able to learn or teach your new learners. And teacher help the students while learning, while correlating these objects and imitating new words. Next principle is language is unique. Each language is unique. You can see Chinese has their own symbols of their language. In Hindi we have another symbols. In English we have another symbols. Each language has its own symbols, means sounds. Every language has its own unique structure, sounds and words. No language can be learned restoring the use of other language. No language is similar. So learning of mother tongue may create problem. Or with the help of mother tongue, you will learn another language, but this will make you learn very difficultly. Mother tongue may use to facilitate learning of foreign language, but total dependence will hinder mastery over target language. As In grammar translation method, there is a process of learning through translation. So mother tongue is not always helpful. To some extent it is helpful. मदर टंग से आप ज़्यादा फोकस आपका मदर टंग में ही रहता है, आप नई लैंग्वेज को अच्छे से नहीं सीख पाते. सो डायरेक्ट मेथड इज appropriate here. Principle we have here: languages for communication. Obviously, the motive of any language, how it built, because it's native, it's, you know, speaker wanted it. So languages, the first mean of language is just for the communication, which means we can express our ideas, thoughts, feelings with the help of language. We are learning new target language just to communicate, just to learn, just to express the information and our own ideas. Next we have here, language grows out of a culture. Every language has its own validity, only its culture. So the basic, evidence of language or origin of language depends on the culture. How is culture? That will reflect in the language. The words, vocabulary, the words and sounds of a particular culture has its value only in its own atmosphere. If we speak Hindi in South Africa, this will be of no use for their natives if they don't know it. अगर हम संस्कृत को साउथ अफ्रीका में बोलें तो उनके लिए एक तरह से ये नॉइस होगा, क्योंकि साउथ अफ्रीका के लोग संस्कृत नहीं जानते हैं या हिंदी नहीं जानते होंगे, बहुत कम, वेरी रेयर, 1 or 2 ऑफ देम. सो उनके लिए एक तरह से ये शोर है, साउंड है, आवाज़ें हैं. बट फॉर द इंडियन और संस्कृत स्पीकर और संस्कृत कम्युनिटी और हिंदी कम्युनिटी, this is very helpful. It is their own mother tongue, how they will be able to communicate or express their ideas. Next, if the individuals need some change in their language, they can, reshape it, remodel it according to the need and new inventions. Mother tongue में changes संभव है. Any language has space for changing it. Depends on the situation and time. Yes, language grows and changes. Another principle here: language is not static. आपको पता होगा इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी में, अगर हम बात करें एडवांस लर्नर डिक्शनरी में, एवरी ईयर इट इंक्लूड्स न्यू वर्ड्स. हिंदी के भी काफ़ी वर्ड्स हैं जो वहाँ पे एज इट इज़ आ गए हैं, और हिंदी वोकैबुलरी में भी, इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी में भी और हिंदी वोकैबुलरी में भी आपने देखा होगा कॉलोनाइजेशन का काफ़ी इफेक्ट है. काफ़ी वर्ड्स हम इंग्लिश के एज इट इज़ हिंदी में यूज़ कर रहे हैं, वाइल इन ऑफिशियल प्रिंटिंग प्रोसेस और इन नॉन फॉर्मल सिस्टम. फॉर्मल और नॉन फॉर्मल दोनों जगह पे हम इंग्लिश को हिंदी के साथ मिक्स कर रहे हैं. सेम एज विद द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, इट इज़ ऑल्सो टेकिंग न्यू वर्ड्स थ्रू आउट द वर्ड. इट इज़ डायनामिक, living as it is dependent upon culture change. So culture affects on any language very vastly. With new words, sounds and pronunciation, a language is enriched and in a new form. So every new word, every new culture teaches new sound, new words, and this language enriched. So next principle where we have here, follow the natural way. So for teaching or learning any target language or new language, we must follow the natural way. Being a English teacher, we should teach the students any target language, English language, in a natural way. And we have to practice over all the skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. And it should be followed by the giving them natural environment, activities, or you should tell them to promote, to practice in the family, friend circle, in the classroom. And you should tell them to converse or do conversation in English language, although they are not good, they are not well in speaking English, but they should try at least. This will make them a good learner. And they should try to talk the foreign language students, English natives. They should learn music of English, watch the movie in English movies, or read new books, online chatting you can do. So there are many ways. Arranging language activities and group discussions, seminar, poetry, recitation like this. So there are so many activities being a teacher you can conduct, giving opportunities for each and every student. You can take help of flashcards and or models, charts, and make them imitate the word sounds. um, Drill and repetition can be there. You have to make your students think in foreign language, eat in foreign language, walk while thinking in English language. So you have to make them, you know, use English language in every way, while speaking, listening, reading, writing, sleeping, eating, whatever they are doing, they have to practice over these foreign languages. Principle of imitation is again there in initial stages. It involves three aspects: acute and constant observation. First, new learner has to observe teacher, and after that, new learner have to practice it, imitate the teacher. Then again, continual practice should be there. Suppose teacher has to make them utter sound per or pink, they will imitate the teacher pink, and again this will make them efficient to use this word. And further, there should be accuracy and correctness of the words, structure, sound patterns. We have here three same words, quite similar words: hurry, haste, and quickly. Quite similar in meaning, but you should know how to use it, where to use it. So accuracy, principle of accuracy and correctness should be there. कैसे इन शब्दों को यूज़ करना है? हरी मीन्स जल्दी, हेस्ट मतलब जल्दी, क्विकली जल्दी से. सो ये तीनों जल्दी जल्दी हैं, बट कहाँ यूज़ करना है किस वर्ड को, यू शुड नो और you should teach your students. Next we have here principle of habit formation. As you know that language is totally based on skill, or it's a skill subject. You have to make your students practice over all the skills of language: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Otherwise you will not be able to make them acquire the knowledge of new language or target language. So principle of habit formation is very important. Next principle is about principle of controlled vocabulary. So in the initial stages पहले बच्चों को जो vocabulary है वो controlled vocabulary के through language सिखानी चाहिए, new language. It should be connected to real life situations. आप real life situations से, classroom environment से बच्चों को new vocabulary सिखा सकते हैं. First you have to teach them with the help of passive vocabulary and make them lead towards active vocabulary. Next, एक बार उनको अगर याद हो गया, once they have acquired the new word, they will be able to acquire the another word similar to it. Synonyms, antonyms, you can take help of these. So it is very easy process. You should take care of the principle of controlled vocabulary first. Principle of selection, it's very important. Being a teacher, you should select your material first. You should, and for selection of this type of material, you have to first go through the mental age of the students. आपके बच्चों की mental age क्या है, वो कौन सी क्लास के लिए बना रहे हैं, उस तरह की आपको मटेरियल यूज़ करने हैं. बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड्स आपने नहीं लेने हैं, डिफ़िकल्ट सेंटेंस पैटर्न नहीं बनाने हैं. फ्लैश कार्ड्स, टीचिंग एड्स के तौर पर आप मॉडल भी बना सकते हैं, लेकिन वेरी सिंपल होना चाहिए अगर आप प्राइमरी या फिर इनिशियल स्टेजेस में सिखा रहे हैं बच्चों को. फ्रिक्वेंसी ऑफ द लैंग्वेज शुड बी देयर, बिकॉज फ्रिक्वेंसी बहुत हाई नहीं होनी चाहिए. फ्रिक्वेंट बहुत लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए नहीं होनी चाहिए, मोनोटनस हो जाता है नहीं तो. रेंज ऑफ एप्लीकेबिलिटी सिचुएशंस क्रिएट करनी है, बट ओवर बर्डन नहीं होनी चाहिए. कवरेज, आप जो भी पढ़ा रहे हैं उसमें अच्छी कवरेज होनी चाहिए. वट एवर मटेरियल यू आर यूजिंग, दैट शुड कवर द कंटेंट ऑफ न्यू लैंग्वेज. अवेलेबिलिटी, आप जो भी सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, कोई भी आप मटेरियल यूज़ कर रहे हैं, वो आपको ईज़िली एक्सेसिबल हो, मिल जाए आपको. बीइंग अ टीचर यू शुड बी वेरी स्किलफुल. आपको पता होना चाहिए हाउ टू अप्लाई दिस मटेरियल. Then lastly, learnability, whether students are able to learn through this material or not, if you are using model, is the meaning is clear to students or not through this model. So you should take care of the material also. Next principle we have regarding the gradation means you have to teach English language or foreign language very simple way towards complex way. आपको पहले बहुत बच्चों को फोनेटिक्स वगैरह सिखाने हैं. अल्फ़ाबेट यू हैव टू मेक देम द learn about the alphabets first, their sound system, how to pronounce the alphabet, single alphabet, and after that making word, and after that making sentence, phonetics, lexical, grammar, semantic, structure, grouping, everything, parts of speech, and further you have to move on. Then leading from simple to complex, you have to take care of the groupings and sequence of the sentence also. What comes after what, grammatical sequence, subject verb, objective, subject verb, objective, like this, lexical sequence, semantic. If you have to teach them the sentence pattern, simple sentence, complex sentence, interrogative, negative, like this. So from the very easy to complex thing, you have to make them learn the foreign language. Further, you have to take care of approach. You can use various methods, multiple approaches, as we did earlier. Various method we did. You can explain here. Intelligent use of mother tongue. Being a teacher, first you have to take care of mother tongue, take use of mother tongue. Then after that, make them acquire knowledge of second language while the help of direct language method. Then principle of coordination and proportion. Coordination should be there, synchronization should be there. Learn them while acting, while enacting, learning by doing. Principle of language using. Make your students use of full language. Thus these all are the principles of English language. Being a teacher, how you can take these principles and you will be able to teach your students new language, target language, that is English language. Now you have here assignment work. What is linguistics? Describe the various branches of it. Learn it properly and make assignment. Next question for assignment is explain the various linguistics principles of the English language. Understand it, make it properly. If there is any problem, you can ask me, you can call me anytime. And you have to submit this assignment before next week, before 17th of May. Learn it properly, make assignment.